guys. Well, you can see we've laid the tarmac now. It's been laid at 50mm depth and it's a porous grade, so the water flows through it, so you don't need any planning permission. Okay, so this allows us to put the resin mix on top. Now that's your typical depth for the resin. As you can see, that's at about 18mm. So a check I've got to do is that we have actually allowed enough room around the curves, around the edge, for that 18mm to be laid. So let's have a quick check. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. Well, we got 20mm there. We've got a recessed manhole cover here, which allows the resin mix to be laid within the recess and on the outside, so you've got a seamless transition over, so you'll hardly notice the manhole cover. When you're spending quite a bit in your driveway, you want the final look to look good, so you don't want any ugly manhole covers stuck in the middle of your drive. So we've got plenty there. We've got 25mm of coverage inside there, and on the outside we've got, you can see it's 18 to 20mm there. We've got a gully here, we've got 20mm of coverage there, and right at the edge here you can see we've got 20mm of coverage there as well. Now this is where you've got to be careful with your selected contractors. If you get a quote for perhaps 5,000 for your drive, another quote of 5,000, and then somebody quotes you 3,000 or 3.5, suddenly you're going to start asking yourself questions: where are they making the savings? Well, where they can potentially make savings is by laying this at 12mm or applying less resin to the mix. So the alarm bell should be going if you've had a particularly cheap price for something, because very often they're making savings elsewhere. Okay, so we decided to lay an eco channel on this driveway because it's sloping ever so slightly back towards the house, and although the tarmac is porous and although the resin mix is porous, I was just a little bit concerned if we had a heavy downpour before the rain had time to drain away, perhaps it would overflow into the garage. So with that eco channel there, it makes sure that the water all drains away and out that way. So there you can see we have the stones ready for mixing. Crucial, the stones are covered up, because if any water gets into those stones or into the mix, it really affects the mix curing, and it's not going to cure properly. You'll have patches in it, could have cracks at a later date. Water is the enemy when it comes to laying resin bound driveways. So ensure, if your contractor is laying and it starts to rain, you need to be speaking to them and clarifying why are they continuing to lay in the rain, because they're just not compatible. So make sure that before they lay, there's no water's gone into the bag. You can see there's no condensation or anything in there, and it's got 2 layers of covering. The stone itself is covered in bags, and it's got the plastic covering on top, so there's little risk of that getting wet in this case.